Curtis, I'm impressed.
Thank
I
you.
knew you were a good player. So a lot of good shots. That's in most experiences on the course. Some of them aren't quite what you desire.
Yeah.
And it just seems like an area that would benefit your scoring is to do a little more work with wedges.
Okay.
It just seems like the in-between distances when you're not hitting a full wedge is sort of, I don't want to say underdeveloped skill, right? So I think your swing technique is there, but it's more, how do you learn to hit a 75-yard wedge shot as opposed to with a club that you can hit 95 yards.
I agree.
Unfortunately, at most of our facilities, that's a very difficult task.
Right?
Yeah. Driving range balls, not having yardage markers. There's some technology, right? So, it's my understanding you do have a kind of a little, kind of GPS or a little launch monitor. Those are accurate enough, I believe, to develop those skills.
At least get the feeling for the differences.
Yeah, and we're fortunate here at Newcastle that we've got the grass area back of the range and some practice area. I'd just say start dedicating more time to that.
Okay.
So knowing what your distance is, how far the ball travels, okay? You are an incoming PGA professional, so you probably won't play as much golf as our customers and our students, right? But so you're going to need to be very focused with your time, whether it be after work, playing several holes.
Yeah.
Drop a ball at different distances is how I learned. Just kind of maybe I hit a 7-iron approach, and then on my way up, if it's permissible, drop a ball at a distance, 85 yards, and try to hit it pin high.
Sure. Yeah. I like
so I just feel like that's even some of the golfers I work with as an instructor, some of the really elite players, it's still a skill that they have trouble developing, right? So part of that is because a full swing is a full swing, and our club speed doesn't vary much. But so it's that in between stuff, how we train it.
Yeah.
So I would say, I know you work on that. But I'd say focus on that a lot.
Yeah,
right?
Something that I've kind of tried and work on recently is not necessarily the clock system, right, like that Bryson uses, but just getting the feel for not quite as much of a swing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little less take back,
right.
And that helps knock it down. But obviously it needs some tuning, some work.
Yeah, and I have seen, in a previous location, I was in the Scottsdale area, and the tour players practiced where I was teaching, and watching them do it.
Yeah.
I think of a player from the Northwest, Kirk Triplett. He would come out, and they had freedom on the back of the range at TPC Scottsdale. He would set 5 balls down, and then go back 5 yards, set 5 more down, go back 5 more, and then hit them all at the same target, knowing what the differences are.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was a pre-TrackMan sort of system,
Yeah.
right? But we need to, whatever our environment is, like we can think of excuses as to why we're not fully trained in those areas.
Sure.
But I think we have to overcome those things, right? And so that's what good players do. I know your performance on the course is important to you. Of your valuable time, dedicate it more on the in-between wedge shots. The fact that I'm pointing that out is because the rest of your game looks great,
right?
So to speak. So we're always, as instructors and PGA professionals, trying to help people to perform better, right?
Absolutely.
So we have students come to us to say, well, I need to work on my driver, and then we see them on the course and recognize the driver is not the problem, right? Something else is.
Yeah.
But
yeah, see it all the time.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, so that should help you out.
Okay,
It's fun.
Thank you very much,
You
Rick.
bet.
Absolutely.